Oil and coal-rich countries lobbying to weaken UN climate report, leak shows.
Here's a summary of the article.
Countries that produce coal, oil, beef and animal feed have been lobbying to water down a landmark UN climate report, according to a leak of documents seen by Greenpeace's investigation team. The international climate change negotiations taking place in Glasgow. The leaks show fossil fuel producers including Australia, Saudi Arabia, Iran and Japan are lobbying the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change to remove recommendations that the world needs to phase out fossil fuels. Large meat and dairy producers such as Brazil and Argentina reportedly attempted to change messages about the climate benefits of promoting plant-based diets, according to the leak of more than 32,000 comments by governments, corporations, academics and others on the draft report of the IPCC's Working Group 3, which looks at measures to protect the globe from rising temperatures. Professor Martin Siegert, a co-director of the Grantham Institute at Imperial College London, said the report exposed the behavior of certain countries that have attempted to hold back progress on decarbonization. In October 2018 it published a special report analyzing current climate research stating that we have 12 years to limit climate change catastrophe, and that urgent changes are needed to cut risk of extreme heat, drought, floods and poverty. The lobbying also drives home what we need to do to reduce climate change. Stop using coal as soon as possible. Phase out oil and natural gas usage as soon as possible. Stop deforestation and start reforestation and move to a more plant-based diet and definitely cut down the amount of beef we produce. At COP26, which begins at the end of the month, representatives from most countries will gather to try to agree on measures to tackle the climate crisis.
This post received a score of 6,800, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Now that Australia has stopped shipping coal to China, Japan is the #1 export destination for Australia thermal coal. I doubt the easing is enough to take Japan from first place, but interesting to know it's opened back up to some degree. Last I knew in June it was 0.
China still uses near 70% power from coal, is building thousands more coal power plants, terawatts worth. China has 13% of the world's coal reserves yet mines like 51 to 53% of the world's production from that 13%. They use more coal power than the rest of the world combined, are building more coal power plants than the rest of the world combined, yet don't have enough coal to power them. The list of countries they can get coal from is US -24%, Russia 15%, Australia 14%, India 9%. If they could get all they needed from just Russia, I'm sure they would. Being the biggest coal glutton in the world means they have to buy from their biggest rivals.
Pretty true, but China's coal share of electricity has recently been well below 60% and dropping fast, although this winter will spike up.
From the article source.
Along with beef producers like Brazil and Argentina, and financial centers like Switzerland. This is the crap that has been keeping IPCC climate reports from telling the truth about global heating for 3 decades. Glad to see it finally exposed.
Vitol, private company based in Switzerland, is probably one of the most profitable companies ever. Only has 1.3k employees with net profits in the billions. This is the company that's responsible for getting oil drilled from some random country, regardless of whether it was legally drilled or not, or if there are sanctions against that country, to some seaport in the West. It's so cringe.
You know how you fix that? Get a law passed in Switzerland that makes corporate executives and employees of companies that knowingly circumvent international sanctions illegal. Suddenly that company closes up shop real goddamn fast. If you really want to deal with this, get every country on the planet to agree to a condition for international trade where a law like this is required to be a part of trade negotiations, etc. At the end of the day, money matters, and no one is going to really give a shit until it starts to hit the bottom line.
Seems like we still have companies that care more about making profits than saving the damn world.
Just ship these fucking vampires off to Venus or Mercury. See if they like living a cooked existence.
Come on, who would believe that greedy capitalists lie to public to enrich themselves? Trope at this point.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.